Hidden in the heart of the Aegean Sea, on the sun-kissed island of Crete, lies the remains of a civilization that once ruled the ancient world. A culture so advanced that its innovations in art, architecture, and trade set the stage for future empires, yet whose story has long been shrouded in mystery. They were the Minoans, a people whose legacy still fascinates historians and archaeologists alike. But despite their profound influence on the ancient Mediterranean, much about the Minoans remains a mystery. Who were they? How did they achieve such remarkable feats of engineering and art? And why did their once thriving civilization collapse so suddenly? Join me as we uncover the secrets of the Minoan civilization, a forgotten culture that has left an indelible mark on history. The origins of the Minoans. The Minoan civilization emerged around 3000 BCE on the island of Crete, in the heart of the Aegean. It was one of the first advanced civilizations in Europe and is often considered the precursor to classical Greek culture. But despite their great achievements, the Minoans were not Greek in the way we understand today. Their language, known as Linear A, remains undeciphered, leaving us with only clues to their true identity. The exact origins of the Minoans are still debated. Some scholars suggest they were indigenous to Crete, while others believe they may have migrated from Anatolia or the Near East. Regardless of their origins, by around 1900 BCE, they had become the dominant power in the Aegean, controlling trade routes that stretched as far as Egypt, Mesopotamia, and the Eastern Mediterranean. What made the Minoans unique wasn't just their location. It was their advanced culture and technology. They developed an intricate network of cities, the most famous being Knossos, a sprawling palace complex on the northern coast of Crete. The Minoans were pioneers in architecture, engineering, and urban planning, creating multi-story buildings, elaborate plumbing systems, and grand courtyards. The splendor of Knossos and Minoan art. When most people think of the Minoans, they think of Knossos, a magnificent palace that was both a royal residence and a center of administration. The Palace of Knossos, with its labyrinthine hallways and painted walls, was the beating heart of Minoan society. The palace was an architectural marvel. Built with sophisticated techniques, it had large, open courtyards, and its rooms were decorated with stunning frescoes depicting scenes of nature, religious rituals, and daily life. The Minoans were masters of art, using vivid colors and dynamic compositions to create scenes that seemed to come alive on the walls. One of the most famous frescoes found at Knossos is the fresco of the bull leaping. It depicts athletes jumping over bulls, a practice thought to have been both a sport and a religious ritual. The Minoans also excelled in pottery, creating finely crafted vessels adorned with intricate designs of animals, plants, and geometric patterns. But it wasn't just the art that set the Minoans apart. They were also skilled in metalworking, creating exquisite jewelry, tools, and weapons. They had a sophisticated economy, relying on agriculture, trade, and crafts to support their growing civilization. Minoan trade and influence. The Minoans were not only remarkable artists and architects, they were also exceptional traders. Their strategic location in the Aegean Sea made them the center of a vast trading network that connected Europe, Asia, and Africa. They exported goods such as olive oil, wine, pottery, and textiles, and in return, they imported raw materials like metals, ivory, and luxury goods from Egypt and the Near East. The Minoans' mastery of the sea allowed them to control trade routes and become one of the most powerful maritime civilizations of their time. Their ships were advanced for the era, and their sailors were skilled navigators who ventured as far as the shores of modern-day Turkey, Israel, and Egypt. The Minoans' influence can be seen across the Mediterranean, especially in the ancient cultures of Greece and Egypt. Their art and architectural styles left a lasting impact on the development of later Greek civilization, and there are even suggestions that Minoan trade influenced the ancient Egyptians, particularly during the New Kingdom period. The mysterious decline of the Minoans. For all their advancements, the Minoans suddenly and mysteriously disappeared around 1450 BCE. Their civilization, once so vibrant, collapsed with little explanation. What happened to the Minoans? Why did their great cities fall into ruin? Several theories have been proposed over the years. One of the most widely accepted explanations is the eruption of the Thera volcano, modern-day Santorini, around 1600 BCE. The eruption, one of the largest in recorded history, would have sent massive tsunamis across the Aegean and caused widespread destruction. The Minoans, whose prosperity was closely tied to their naval power, would have been devastated by the loss of their fleet and trade routes. It's believed that the eruption may have triggered a slow decline, leading to the eventual collapse of their civilization. Another theory suggests that the Minoans were conquered by the Mycenaeans, a rising power on mainland Greece. Evidence of Mycenaean influence has been found in the later layers of Minoan sites, such as the presence of Mycenaean pottery and architecture. Some believe that the Mycenaeans gradually overtook the Minoans, either through warfare or peaceful assimilation, marking the end of the Minoan Empire. Finally, internal social or economic factors could have played a role in the decline. There are signs of upheaval, with some Minoan palaces showing evidence of destruction, possibly due to internal conflict or rebellion. But despite the many theories, the exact cause of the Minoan collapse remains a mystery. Rediscovering the Minoans. Though the Minoans vanished from history over 3,000 years ago, their legacy lives on. The rediscovery of the Minoan civilization began in the early 20th century with the excavations at Knossos by British archaeologist Sir Arthur Evans. Evans's work uncovered much of the grandeur of Minoan art and architecture, but it also raised many questions about their culture, religion, and language, questions that remain unanswered to this day. The Minoan script, known as Linear A, has never been fully deciphered, leaving us with only fragments of their written history. However, Linear B, a later script used by the Mycenaeans, was deciphered in the 1950s, offering insights into the early development of Greek language and culture. Yet, despite these discoveries, much of the Minoan world remains hidden, leaving us to wonder about their true nature. Today, ongoing excavations and new technologies are helping to uncover even more about this fascinating civilization. From underwater archaeology to the study of ancient DNA, we are slowly piecing together the mysteries of the Minoans and their profound influence on the ancient world. The Minoan civilization was one of the most advanced and enigmatic societies of the ancient world. With their stunning art, innovative architecture, and far-reaching trade networks, the Minoans laid the foundation for much of what we know as classical Greek culture. Yet, their sudden disappearance remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Even today, the secrets of the Minoans continue to captivate the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and anyone curious about the lost civilizations of the ancient world. Who were the Minoans and what happened to them? As we continue to uncover the past, these questions, and many others, still await answers. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of the Minoan civilization. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's continue uncovering the lost wonders of history, one mystery at a time. Thanks for watching. Keep exploring the ancient world, and let's discover more forgotten wonders together.